What is borderline personality disorder, BPD? Okay, so borderline personality disorder, BPD, is a type of personality disorder in which a person has difficulty processing, managing their emotions. It often revolves self-image issues, varying moods, and behavioral changes. It says that 75% of the cases of people diagnosed with borderline personality disorder are women. But experts believe that there's the same amount of men, it's just that they are misdiagnosed with PTSD typically or depression instead of the diagnosis of BPD. So living with BPD can look slightly different for everybody. So, what are the symptoms is that commonly self-harm behavior such as cutting yourself, patterns of intense unstable relationships with friends, family members, significant others, or loved ones, efforts like excessive efforts of trying to avoid abandonment, which may include leaving people before they leave you. So, those people who, I'm going to leave you first, or rushing into emotional and physical relationship with others, right? Unstable or distorted self-image, right? You don't really know who you are. Who you are changes with the environment, or it changes with the person you are in a relationship with, right? Impulsive behavior, including spending sprees, unhealthy sexual intercourses, binge eating, binge drinking, reckless driving, and just getting involved in erratic behavior. Feeling of emptiness that doesn't go away. Trouble trusting others, and irrational fear of what other people's intentions are. Right? It's like, why do you put so much effort in me? Why do you like me? Why do you care? Kind of suspicious, trouble trusting people. Anger issues, which may include irrational, intense anger, outbursts and uncontrollable anger. And it doesn't have to be always violent. There's some people who are just bitter, right? No matter why, they're just so angry you can't reach them, right? Feeling deassociated from your body. Intense and quick change of mood. Like some people can be warm, cold, all seasons of emotions in one day, right? And suicidal thoughts or threats. There's some people who talk about dying, all the time. And to a point where you might feel like, are you looking for attention or are you crying out for help, right? So what causes BPD? Well, there's several factors that causes BPD, such as genetics. They used to say that it's just your environment, but then now they're trying to say that, research is saying that there's a 50% cause of genetic factors, but the environment also plays a big part of it, and changes in the brain chemistry, right? So it is important to know that you might be exposed to one or more of these causes and never develop BPD, right? So who is at risk of getting BPD? Anybody can be at risk, right? You may have a family member with BPD, right? You may experience emotional, sexual, physical, bullying, or attachment issues, social issues, or other traumatic events in your childhood. So this might take you back to the ACEs that we've spoken about. So many people who suffers from BPD, who have trouble keeping or experiencing intense emotions, are people with a high ACEs score, right? And how is BPD diagnosed? Well, typically by psychiatrists, psychologists, or a clinical social worker, right? And how is BPD treated? Psychotherapy is the main treatment for BPD. BPD, and cognitive behavioral therapy, CBD. Psychotherapy typically would advise or get you on one of these following treatments, right? Whether it's CBT, which is it helps you identify changes and unhealthy beliefs, behaviors, and inaccurate perception you may have about yourself or others. It teaches you better way to react to your feelings of anger, insecurity, anxiety, or suicidal thoughts. My favorite one that I think helps many people is DBT, which is dialectic behavioral therapy. It teaches you how to recognize, be aware of, and accept your beliefs and behaviors. And you can also learn to balance responses of the behaviors of others, right? And you can sometimes BPD can go with medication. So if you are diagnosed with BPD, but borderline personality disorder, and you are suicidal, you can also be given antidepressants to help alleviate that depression. And if you have aggressive symptoms, so they can give you antipsychotics. If you suffer from anxiety in combination with DBT, then you can be given anti-anxiety medication, right? So I just want you to know that if you are suffering from this is a behavioral disorder, so it cannot be 100% cured, but you can learn to live a healthy life with therapy and proper treatment. So do not diagnose yourself, but go and seek the proper help and therapy that you need. So contact your local health line, and I will see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and share this. Deuces.